Hello, welcome to another video exploring facts and dimensions data and using the Cortex Analyst AI tool to analyze that data. For those of you not familiar with our system, it's on the factsanddimensions.co.uk website. You can see the huge list of data sets that we have, all in one database, all from various open sources. And I'm going to use the Cortex AI tool to analyze that data as we have it all loaded into one enormous database. So we had a question come in asking me to see if there was any correlation between the local population demographic and A&E attendances. Now, to do that, I was going to load in 2 or 3 tables, one with the demographics because we have various data on population figures and deprivation and all sorts of things around population. And we've got a whole load of statistics on A&E data. As it happens, one of the A&E tables we have actually already does that sort of analysis. It's in the A&E attendance schema, and it's this one here, attendance by demographics. So I only had to use that one table. So here it is. First of all, I asked it, I've described it, and I've loaded the table in and I've described the different tables, added in the synonyms where necessary so that the AI tool can actually work with me. So over here, this is the chat. I've got the history of the chat here that I've been playing with this morning. Let's have a look what we did. So first of all, I got it to describe the data set, and you've got the description right there. Information about A&E attendances broken down by different demographics, and it's offered up some example questions I could ask. So I just picked one at random. How has the population changed over time for the less deprived 40 to 50% demographic? And you can see here you've got the numbers and the snapshots over time. Next one, which demographic seems to have the most A&E attendances per 100,000? So I just went through all the different demographics because it has age and some other types, and the 0 age people have the highest. That's not really surprising, really. So I wanted a bit more. So I thought, well, what actual different demographic types do you have? Now, normally I'd go into SQL and I'd query the distinct demographic type, but I could just ask the question, list the demographic types. So it's done that. And it's got age, ethnicity, gender, IMD decile, and again a different spelling of IMD decile. That's just how it differs in the source data. So I've asked it to convert all the values to uppercase to try and group those two together. It's still separate because there's an underscore. So I said, can you also take away this underscore and replace that with a space? And now it's grouped it up just age, ethnicity, gender, IMD decile. Then I go on to say, what are the different measures per IMD decile? And it's given me the different measures, attendances, population, and rate per 100,000 population. So then I asked, I told it to use I-like so that it could actually take both spellings of IMD decile, and it's done it correctly. Upper and lower case. Thing about Snowflake is that it's case sensitive. Then I said, which IMD decile has the highest rate per 100,000? And, probably not massively surprisingly, the most deprived 10% has the highest rate per 100,000. And then the next question, please order the IMD deciles by rate per 100,000. And possibly also not particularly surprising, although slightly surprising because I wasn't expecting it to be absolutely exactly in order. But the rate per 100,000 goes down as you go up the or down the deprivation scale, i.e. the more deprived, the more likely they are to have an A&E attendance. That could I don't know why that is. That could be because there isn't enough GP coverage in the more deprived areas, so people are more likely to go to the A&E because they can't go to a GP or some sort of other local care. There are other tables in the Facts and Dimensions database that lists what is available, like the CQC one. So maybe for a future video, I'll see if there's a correlation, not between simply the deprivation level, but literally based on what alternatives to A&E there are available and the A&E attendance rate. That would probably be useful because A&E attendances are of course expensive. I then went on to ask, please order the ethnicities by rate per 100,000. As it's got that, may as well see what the difference that makes. And apparently any other black background has the highest rate per 100,000, and at the lower end it has white and Asian mixed. Make of that what you will. Yeah, that's all I asked. Now you could ask some more questions, but I think I'll do for this video. I put a link in the description for the video. There's a link to the free 30-day access to the vast database, thousands and thousands of tables of open data, all in one single database. And you can also ask Snowflake for a 30-day free trial. There's a sign up button there. So you get 30 days free trial to Snowflake and to the data that we put on Snowflake. And please go ahead and play with it. Thank you.